Alright Trailblazers, this is our part 3 Amphoreus recap. Finan assumes the role of leader of the Chrysos heirs, and with Hyacinth, Danhung, and the Trailblazer, they make their way to the fortress in the sky to confront Aquila, the Titan of the Sky, and retrieve their core flame, and the group challenges Aquila to a battle. The fight is quite amazing, and once Aquila is defeated, the group plummets to their death. However, just before they perish, Aglaia, who had part of her divinity sealed in a bracelet and given to Finan, acts to protect them. Aquila is revived by the Black Tide, and another fight ensues. Hyacinth obtains the core flame of the sky, and with its power, they manage to defeat this resurrected Aquila and a resurrected Seleuci, and return to Akama to obtain the final core flame of world bearing. The Dawn device isn't working any longer. It was only supposed to work for 300 years, but Cypher used the power of trickery to create a lie that maintained its power for much longer. Cypher was also tasked with keeping the core flame of Kefli safe. However, she dies in a fight with a Flame Reaver, causing the Dawn device to fail. As the world collapses, the Flame Reaver descends. Castorus, Mighty, and Danhung buy time for Finan and the Trailblazer to move forward. The Trailblazer is told to take Danhung to the train car that has been repaired, as Finan fears that when Aeronova is initiated, he can't guarantee their safety. Meanwhile, the Trailblazer leaves to meet Danhung and finds that the Flame Reaver is frozen in place. They are confused until Skrullum projects himself inside Amphoreus to speak with them. He reveals that he was able to freeze the Flame Reaver only temporarily, and urges the Trailblazer to stay behind to witness the resetting of Amphoreus' cycles, ensuring his safety with the addition of a chronocognitive anchor. The Trailblazer heads to the Vortex of Genesis. Lysis interrupts the Trailblazer and Finan and shows the Trailblazer some of Finan's memories. We learn that Cyrene was the original Chrysos heir of time, and that Mem and Cyrene share some traits, which is why we were compatible with the core flame of time when we had Mem. We also see at the Black Tide's beginnings and the two's journey through Amphoreus, and that they were almost complete with their cycle. However, once the Dawn device stopped working, Cyrene and Finan began to doubt their world at the Vortex of Genesis. They confronted Lygus about it. Lygus comes clean and admits that Amphoreus is a simulated world composed of data and memoria, with a purpose to create an entity known as Iron Tomb. This entity would bring about the destruction of the Aeon of Erudition, Nous. Having experienced this destruction firsthand, Finan and Cyrene decide to prevent Aeronova from taking place. Their solution is for Cyrene to sacrifice herself, meaning that there will be no Chrysos heir of time. She leaves behind her a blade which would allow Finan to reset time at the end of every flame chase journey. Finan will need to go through every flame chase journey over and over again, preventing the Chrysos heirs from completing the flame chase journey and thus initiating Aeronova. The cycle of Finan's story is also known as the Eternal Occurrence.